Okay.
Hey guys, this is Mike Duffy, a CEO, the owner of Don't Get Hacked, a cybersecurity company primarily from Canada and now expanding to Dubai. Let's start with his introduction. Please tell something about you.
Hi, my name is Michael Duffy. Yes, I've been founder, CEO of DontGetHacked Cybersecurity, originally based in Calgary, Alberta, and now with an international expansion to Dubai. We're sitting here in Dubai, Silicon Oasis, where our office is. And I've been, playing with computers since 1993. When,
That's great.
yeah, when Intel came out with the first computers. And back then in 1993, I live where I grew up was province of Manitoba, Canada. So if anybody has heard of Winnipeg, I lived 8 hours north. So in the middle of the Canadian Shield, winter 6 months of the year. And back then in 1993, before the internet, when you bought computers, they were super expensive, and then they were shipped to your home on like the Greyhound bus. But when you received them, sometimes they didn't work. So that process was, technical sport, because without knowledge and without having somebody to call with knowledge, you had to figure out how to make it work yourself. Maybe even back in 93 there was paper manuals, but I think you only received manuals for software. I don't think you received manuals for the hardware.
For technical support.
And one funny story about computers in 1993 was that they're not the same as they were today. So there was more.
Now there are more convenient.
Now they're more convenient, but now pieces lock into place on your motherboard or screw in. Back then they sat loose in the PC. It was in PCI Express. I'd have to go back through my computer troubleshooting book to find the terms, but there's a trick back in 93, 94, 95 where you would hot glue the components to the motherboard so they wouldn't move.
Yeah.
A little bit of my back history with that, and when I graduated from high school, year 2000, so 24 years ago, you're a little bit younger, I moved off to the big city of Calgary and went and studied to get my Bachelor of Science.
Okay.
So.
And now you are in Dubai.
I've been
the city of opportunity.
The city of opportunity. I know why I picked Dubai. Why did you pick Dubai?
I am here to explore the opportunities because I am also belong to tech field. I am also from, I am also a bachelor's in software engineering. And
my Bachelor of Science is software engineering, but I realized it would be all outsourced to cheaper labor one day, and I want to be paid a premium, so it's all for consulting.
Yes.
Right?
So I am here like you. I know you are you want to expand a business, but I am here to explore because I am not too old. I am just a young person. I am
exactly, and I came because I know that the vision for Dubai is to be top 3 financial center in the world in the next 10 years, and that is going to attract investors and business owners and new ideas. And I know from my business, in order for my business to grow, for me to make more money and for me to hire people, I need to go somewhere where people are moving to.
Same like just Dubai is multilingual, multicultural and multi-people country. And people from
I haven't had a problem with English whatsoever here. There might be a little bit of communication issue when you need a government service done. And then to find proper information, because you just want to know when you're making a decision all the costs involved, because at the end of the day it all affects your bank account.
Okay, now you are in Dubai, and what was your expectations, and are they fulfilling your expectations?
As a business owner, I have goals. So all my goals have been check marked off my list so far. So getting my visa paperwork taken care of, finding the office, getting relisted on Google Maps, meeting more business owners, networking, finding, potential employees, and then really the next big goal is landing customers. So I'm planning to stay here for another month, and my goal in that 4 weeks is I need investment, I need investors, I need customers, I need ways to pay all the bills associated with having 2 offices in 2 countries 11 hours apart.
It is too much a time difference from Calgary, Canada, and here.
It's a little bit, it could be worse.
Yeah.
It could be Vancouver, which is another, but at the end of the day, as a business owner, as somebody, I'm still young, not as young as you, but I'm still 40, and when I speak to experienced business owners, they are traditionally 50, 60, 70. They're much older than I am. So they want to know what trials and tribulation, what all the stresses that you've gone through, to compare it to their experience, because anybody older than us wouldn't have had the internet, and they would have done networking the old-fashioned way, calling everybody in the yellow
manual thing.
Our tools are different now. We have more tools, but then do we utilize them efficiently? Because money's currency, but your time is your most valuable currency. And if you're not spending your time currency wisely, you're gonna have a lot of regrets.
This quote, time is money.
It's always time is money, right? So you can do things, more cost effective, but they take you more time.
Yes. Okay, let me think. What services you are providing basically in cybersecurity technologies?
Well, at the end of the day, with cybersecurity, I find it's a blanket term. It covers everything in computers and technology, because at the end of the day, we need security. My focus is making sure businesses have their data documented and know where their backups are, because in the case of an emergency, flood, fire, theft, user error, hackers, if you don't know if you don't have a precise written out recovery plan to put your business back together, you will be facing bankruptcy.
Yes.
You may say, I have cybersecurity insurance.
Everything should be documented.
Everything needs to be documented, but what I find is, from my experience over the last 20-some years of doing IT consulting, even if there is documentation, you need to audit that documentation, because just because you've hired, just because you have staff, or you've hired, in technology, they're called managed service providers. I really dislike this term because I find that they might hide stuff. You're paying somebody blindly and hoping they protect you. I like full transparency, and if you don't have a plan, well, you need to have a plan. You need to know what computers you're using, mobile devices, which accounts, which softwares. Like, everything needs to be documented, because if an employee leaves or gets sick or disappears, and they were the only gate holders to that information, that may have huge detriment to your business. And then when you've hired a company, if they've got written procedure, like we call them like a lot of business owners called standard operating procedures. If this happens, do this. Well, we need to audit any non-written or written plan to verify we can actually recover your business, because the worst thing to have is a false sense of hope that I'm hired somebody and they're taking care of me, I'm paying for backups, they tell me I have backups, we're going to be able to recover. Are you 100% sure that you can actually recover in an emergency? Because the worst thing to have is hope, and then have that hope pulled away when you realize the backups got hacked. Because I've seen that before, especially with ransomware. The servers are hacked, the backups are hacked, and then the offsite stuff is 3 years old and is completely unusable to recover your business with. So I have a lot of experience. So yes, we can help you with your slow computers and all the normal technology stuff, but my focus is really our trade license here in Dubai is for data management, data backup, and data distribution.
Okay, that's great. Okay, what do you think, is there any connection between finance and cybersecurity or technology?
Well, they intertwine, because if you're cybersecurity is going to directly hit your finances because
Yeah.
computer support, technology growth, cybersecurity backups, everything costs money at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And if your business isn't profitable enough to hire a full staff or even a managed service, at the end of the day,
Yes.
every technology company wants X amount of dollars per seat in your company, and if you're not sure what you're buying, that may look like a huge expense that you can't afford.
Yeah.
Hence, I call myself, a fractional chief technology officer or a fractional chief information security officer, because no matter the business's budget, we want to build you the systems that you need to have in place in order to scale. You're still going to need a business coach and a
Yeah.
finance coach
Yes.
to say, here's where we're going to get money, here's the business operations, but you need the technology, budgetable technology to help you scale, because you can pay a lot for Microsoft licenses,
Yeah.
a lot for Google, Amazon Web Services. Everything costs money at the end of the day, and if
Yeah.
you're not spending your money wisely, it's going to eat, and your budget for technology is just going to balloon and become unbearable.
Yeah, that's true. Because cybersecurity technology provides protection to finance.
Exactly, because at the end of the day, this is why we talk.
Yeah.
The only two things, Shazad knows me, the only two things I talk about is
Yeah.
passwords and backups.
Yes.
Because at the end of the day, you need to have backups to restore your business.
Yes.
But the key to all of your accounts, whether or not they're websites or apps, is passwords. And so we want backups because of emergencies not related to hackers, flood, fire, theft, user computers crash, all that stuff. This is what the backups are for. But passwords are what keep the hackers out of all your accounts. And traditionally, I find that most end users are humans.
Yes.
Humans make mistakes, and humans think they have good ideas.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just going to reuse the password and change a few characters, and I'm like, that is the worst plan I've ever heard. You need unique passwords that are 16 characters long each in order to have not to be able to be brute forced or guessed by AI.
Yeah.
Right now, in 2024, we can still get away with 16 character long passwords, but in the future, we might need a bit longer. And the easiest way to make unique passwords is I've got a masterclass all about this in season 1, episode 9 of my podcast.
That's good.
So we'll post links with the we've got an offline password manager, and then we've got podcast episode on mupoentertainment.com.
Okay, you are in Dubai more than 1 month, and what was moment? Is there any moment that you feel Dubai is more convenient or less convenient?
It's more convenient to international audiences. I lived in North America, and everything kind of runs off of Toronto and New York and Miami, right? And I know from my 10X training with Grant Cardone, he's like, you always want to be dealing with business in the Eastern time zones and the East, because the East is already, they're ahead of you. They're already done their day, and you're just, that sense of urgency. So nice to be in the future ahead. Of course, you have to deal with your workload, having 2 offices. At the end of the day, communication is super important. It's the number one thing that runs a business is communication, because if there's any lack of communication, somebody's got emotions that are going to be interrupted. So
it's okay. Okay, here in Dubai, you registered your company, you have a trade registered license. What do you think you will provide, remote technical report or physical on-site?
Well, we can provide both, and it's really what the customer is comfortable with. Obviously, remote is more flexible, and we can provide services at any time of the day. And since I have a virtual team, if I need server experts or Amazon cloud experts, like, I have people I can reach out to. They've been working remotely for decades, and I've really focused in the last 3 years to be fully remote. If on-site is required, that's not a problem. There's just more expenses with employee traveling to the site and travel and et cetera, et cetera. So.
Okay, guys, that was our discussion today, and have a nice day, and He's cybersecurity expert. We will give details inside the description. You can hear about us. You can reach us. You can get technical, pure technical support. Thank you so much.
Thank you.